Today I'm going to show you how to create this cave in Blender using a 2D image, a depth map, and then some simple modifiers. This is the image. I created this image in Midjourney, and here's the depth map. I'm using my own tool. It's called Depth Map Batch, and it can generate depth maps for a directory of images, a video file, or a single image. But you can totally generate depth maps for free online if you upload one at a time or set up your own local environment in something like Comfy UI. But I wanted to keep my workflow within Blender, and that's why I created the tool. Now let me show you the modifiers and expand this out on the right side. The first modifier is subdivision with the value of 8. The next is displace, and that's where you reference your depth map. Next is smooth, then solidify. Last is a Boolean modifier. I'm using intersect for a fast solver and referencing a cube. You also notice on the side panel that I have this other tool. It's called zForm. This is my other tool. It does exactly the same thing as what's done on the right side in the modifiers tab, but instead of doing multiple clicks and typing here, I can do everything here in 3 simple steps. It speeds up my workflow quite a bit. Let's get started and recreate the scene. So I'm going to select everything in the scene and then delete. Next is opening up the image. Here's the image. Then find the corresponding depth map, and this is the depth map. Then I'm going to click Apply Depth Map, and we've got our 3D mesh. The only thing is I want to cut out this very back side. Let me show you what the mesh looks like in solid mode. Here's in solid mode. Let's also take a look in X-ray mode. So this is what it looks like in X-ray mode, and then the side angle, and then the back side. What I want to do next is cut out that very back side of the mesh, this part here. We're going to do that with a Boolean modifier. The first thing I'm going to do is add a cube into the scene. This cube is going to be used in the Boolean modifier, and I'll show a little bit more in just a minute. Next, I want to turn this cube into a wireframe, so I'm going to go into the object mode, expand this out, go all the way down till the viewport display. Then there'll be a display as dropdown, and I'm going to select wire. That way we can see the original 3D mesh while we're working. Next is select the original 3D mesh, and then go into modifiers. I'm going to collapse the 4 modifiers we currently have. And at the very end, I'm going to add a new modifier and search for it. It's called Boolean. We're going to select intersect and then fast for solver. Then click on the eyedropper and select the cube object that we just created. You'll see it's already cut out the backside, but I want to make some refinements. So I'm going to select the actual cube and then type in SX to scale on the x-axis to make it wider, because I want to capture the whole entire scene. Okay, so we've got that. Then I'm going to go into side view by pressing 3 and then select the cube again. Now I'm going to move the cube to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to press G and then Y to move on the Y-axis. So if I move on the Y-axis, you'll see that it cuts out the back side. It also cuts out the front side too. So if we want to keep the front side, we can just do scale Y. So this will give us more of the scene. So I'm going to scale Y. Okay, and then scale Y a little bit more. Then press GY, and this will allow us to cut out more or less of the backside. I'm going to press escape and then press 1. Just to get a better view, I'm going to press GY again. So I'm going to go all the way back just to show you. So we've got the whole entire scene, even the back, but then I press GY again and then move it closer to us. It'll start cutting out parts of the backside. There you go. Let me show you what the mesh looks like here. And then let's go into X-ray mode. And here's our cave. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Blender Market. There's a contact creator button on my homepage. All right, well, that's all I got.